A war zone. As we've been saying, Lower Manhattan is shut down with buildings south of Canal evacuated as a precaution. CBS 2 reporter David Diaz is live at the scene with the latest on a still very active scene there. David. Well,
holy shit! What is it? What just went down?
It was more than 8.5 hours after the initial shock of terror that yet another skyscraper, World Trade Center number 7, the site of the city's emergency operations center, which was weakened by hours of flame, finally collapsed. By then, dozens of other police and fire and ambulance departments had joined the battle. But the reinforcements could not save the Twin Towers that fell victim to suicidal hijacked planes. And even search crews with dogs had to await the third collapse before they could begin to search for survivors and for the bodies of the dead inside the crumpled towers. On the streets of Lower Manhattan, sirens repeatedly pierced the otherwise eerie silence. Crowds gathered in knots around cars with their radios blaring the devastating news.
There's been a lot of other things happening in Washington, a state of emergency basically there.
Among the listeners, people still shocked by the horror of what they had experienced.
There was an explosion. We're on the support floor, which is a basement. Guy came in running. All his skin was out of his body.
Oh my God.
All his skin was out of his body. We took him out. We ran out. We heard a lot of rumbling. I went back in. There was a lot of smoke. We went up by the stairs with the Port Authority police to start rescuing people. A lot of people were coming out. But there was a lot of people that stayed there. We brought a lot of people on wheelchairs and a lot of people on gurneys, all people that couldn't make it.
And tonight here in Lower Manhattan, one thing that everyone, whether it be emergency personnel, the civilians who've been evacuated from their buildings, all are keenly aware of, and that is that in and around those buildings that collapsed, certainly World Trade Towers 1 and 2, there were people inside and outside. Not only there were workers going to the buildings, working in the buildings, but also hundreds of emergency personnel, New York City firefighters and police officers that were below those buildings when they collapsed and inside those buildings when they collapsed, trying to come to the rescue of the people who were inside. All of those possibly dead tonight. That's the fear that everyone is living with here tonight, where we're live in Lower Manhattan. I'm David Diaz, CBS 2.
David, thank you for your report tonight. And still more devastation followed at the World Trade Center hours after the Twin Towers collapsed. The adjoining building at 7 World Trade Center suffered heavy damage when the tower above it collapsed. Well, just before 5:30 this afternoon, it too crumbled, pancaking almost like a precision implosion. Ironically, the building had housed the city's emergency management office, which relocated before that collapsed.